Hello, everyone. It's me, Aaron Collins, and this is another rendition of me addressing worldly issues in a godly way. I wanted to say I made a statement a while back, some years ago, when Trump was getting into office. When he got into office, his presidency has made way for white supremacists and those who have white supremacist mindset. They've become more emboldened. They've come out of hiding to really manifest their beliefs and views. And I've also stated that I looked at it in a sense as a positive because now we know who they are. They're showing us their hand, so now we know how to move accordingly and act appropriately when they come out. Because before, it's always been there, but it's just been suppressed, and it was like more isolated incidents and more spread out, more sporadic. But now it's happening more often, and my commentary today is going to be no more different than anything else. The latest it takes place out of the Commonwealth state of Kentucky, in the Louisville Metro Police Department. A 20-year veteran of that department named Todd Shaw made some very controversial statements, and that's another thing too. Should probably stop saying. I should probably, and other black people should probably stop saying controversial statements, because it's not really a surprise to me. It's on how they behave, their behavior. It's not a surprise, and I'm gonna even go as far as say it's not even an act. But back to the commentary. A 20-year veteran with that particular department, who's now with another department called Prospect PD. Anyway, that's not really important. The point is, the statements he made a statement to some new recruits. A new recruit asked him the question of what should they do if they saw a bunch of kids smoking marijuana. To which he replied, if they're black, shoot them. Shoot them and kill them. If it comes across a couple and say the wife is hot, meaning if she's good looking, to F-word her. If the father is black, to shoot him, basically kill him as well. And he made these comments with just so openly and so calmly, and it just goes to show that it's the nature of the white supremacists. So for him to say that is no surprise. I mean, people tend to think that, well, he's a police officer. But you know what? It's not a surprise, because a lot of them take that same mentality that they have as civilians to the police department. That's the purpose of, that's actually a lot of the main cause of a lot of these shootings of black citizens in the street, unarmed black males. People such as Philando Castile, Alton Sterling, you name it. Just to name a few. And this is really no surprise. This particular officer, though, if we understand, he's been let go of the department. The mayor of the city, of the jurisdiction, crying crocodile tears, saying he hates to see this officer go, saying that it's disturbing to him. It's quite a surprise. But to those of us who have been around this type of behavior, it's no surprise. It's no surprise to me at all that this particular officer made these statements. I don't know if he was a lieutenant, Todd Shaw, but he's just one officer who should not be under the force, because many of these officers, for one thing, many of these officers have the same slave master mentality, which is where the police department, just to give it a brief history lesson, the police department actually derived from the old slave patrols. And what they did, they were supposed to round up slaves who escaped from their masters, and sometimes those who were even freed, they still rounded them up as well. So that's where you got the basis for the modern day police department. So they bring this mentality with them into the police department, and they act accordingly. They act on this racist belief that blacks are inferior. but blacks and other non-whites. But so anyway, Shaw was let go of the department. They're trying to make his records public. He's been at the forefront of other incidents, something involving domestic violence, I believe some sexual allegations against this individual. And you know, this guy here, he even had a picture of a shirt of a mentally challenged kid, a white kid, who had some, was either special needs or mentally challenged, wearing a shirt saying, "At least I'm not a nigger." And this mentality is going to continue to prevail. But once again, people, we shouldn't let this get to where it bothers us. Really, we should be prepared for it. We should be ready for it. Because this mentality, as I stated, it's a demonic mentality, but it's also a system. White supremacy is more than just an individual white person screaming and uttering racist epithets. White supremacy is an entire system. It's a system that needs to be dismantled. And that's where black people have to come in and become unified. We have to strategize. We have to build up our own communities. And we have to be prepared to defend our communities. We have to stand up and be and defend us, defend our communities, our children, protect what our loved ones, protect what we love, and we have to do it urgently. We have to do it immediately. No, it's time out for all this bickering and backbiting and fighting amongst ourselves over crumbs, over petty things. Because police officers like this need to be stopped in their tracks. The purpose of the Black Panther Party of the 60s, when they rose up, was to combat police brutality and police misconduct, and also just to defend the black community. That was why they were known as the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense. And the fact that they also have the programs in place necessary is what made them an internal threat, as Hoover said, an internal threat to the security of the nation. But we all know it was the programs that they captured the hearts and minds of black people that made them the threat. And the same thing needs to be done today. We have to carefully monitor our communities. We have to monitor rogue police officers who get out of line. We need to be more proactive within the system and letting them know in one firm voice that we're not going to take this. We're not going to take police disrespect. The reason why police are disrespecting our community is because we've allowed them to feel so emboldened to where they can just come in and shoot us with impunity in the street and then be on the force again the next day. There is no way that people such as Betty Shelby, Darren Woodson, Daniel Pantaleo, and others should be around in the force. They should be in jail. They should be in jail like Michael Slager, who killed Walter Scott. And more officers, I'm glad to see, that are guilty of this are being locked away, but it needs to be done at a more of a frequent pace. So anyway, like, comment, subscribe, everyone. Share this video, and let me know what you think. But yeah, people like Todd Shaw need to be out of the force. I feel nothing for him, in the words of Tareen Rain, and I hope he never gets another job on the police force or with any department ever again. And he needs to be investigated. He needs to serve time in jail. He definitely needs to be locked away and out of the way for the public safety of everyone. So once again, everyone, like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Let me know what you think. Also, I want to start my request again of helping me to get 1,000 subscribers. At least 1,000 subscribers. I want to start that back up again. I know we're into the new year now, so there's no way I couldn't still. There's no reason for me not to continue that goal of mine of getting at least 1,000 subscribers. So once again, everyone, I need your help. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe for the 3rd time. Share this video. Let me know what you think. And remember, God loves you. I love you. Let's do life.